Welcome to AI Pulse Daily, the channel where innovation meets intelligence and technology transforms human potential. In today's episode, we dive deep into one of the most revolutionary frontiers of science: how artificial intelligence is changing the way we diagnose disease. This is the story of AI in healthcare and its growing ability to diagnose the undiagnosable, detect what doctors can't see, and predict what might happen before symptoms even appear. It's a journey into the heart of medicine's future, where human compassion meets machine precision. Imagine walking into a hospital of the future. There are no long waits for lab results, no endless scans that leave patients anxious for days. Instead, within moments, an AI-powered system analyzes your genetic data, your scans, your voice, your pulse, and identifies potential conditions with near-perfect accuracy. It doesn't replace your doctor, it empowers them. It provides insights that even the most experienced specialists might overlook. This is not science fiction, it's happening right now. Over the past decade, AI has quietly transformed healthcare. It started with data, millions of images, scans, and patient records fed into learning systems that began to recognize patterns beyond human perception. Where the human eye sees an X-ray, AI sees thousands of subtle pixel variations, patterns invisible to us but rich with meaning. These systems can identify early signs of cancer, heart disease, neurological disorders, and even rare conditions that once took years to detect. Let's look at one striking example. In oncology, AI-driven models can now detect breast cancer from mammograms, with an accuracy that rivals and sometimes surpasses expert radiologists. In ophthalmology, AI scans the retina and identifies diabetic eye disease years before vision loss occurs. And in cardiology, AI analyzes ECGs to predict arrhythmias before they happen. In each case, the goal is not to replace doctors, but to help them see deeper, diagnose faster, and treat earlier. Perhaps the most inspiring breakthroughs are happening in the world of rare and undiagnosed diseases, conditions that affect small numbers of people, but cause enormous suffering. Traditional medicine often struggles here, because doctors simply don't see enough cases to recognize the patterns. AI, however, learns from global data. It can spot similarities across continents, comparing genetic mutations and imaging data from millions of sources. That means patients once lost in the maze of uncertainty are finally finding answers. Consider a child with mysterious symptoms. In the past, families might spend years visiting specialists without a clear diagnosis. Today, AI systems can cross-reference the child's symptoms, medical images, and genome to match patterns from similar cases around the world. In hours, it can suggest possible rare conditions that human clinicians might never encounter in a lifetime. That speed can be life-saving. In radiology departments across the world, AI has become an invisible partner. It assists in reading scans, flagging anomalies, and even prioritizing urgent cases for human review. In pathology, AI scans tissue samples at the microscopic level, detecting cancer cells hidden among millions of healthy ones. In dermatology, smartphone-based AI apps can identify suspicious moles, giving users an early warning long before a biopsy is done. Every pixel, every pattern, every heartbeat becomes data, and AI transforms that data into insights. What makes this transformation so extraordinary is not just accuracy, but accessibility. In many developing regions, there aren't enough specialists to diagnose complex conditions. AI can bridge that gap. A single AI model running on a mobile phone can bring world-class diagnostic capability to remote villages, schools, and clinics. That means lives saved not just in major hospitals, but in the most underserved corners of the planet. Of course, this revolution comes with its own challenges. AI models are only as good as the data they're trained on. If that data is biased, for example, lacking representation from certain ethnicities or age groups, the AI may misdiagnose. That's why transparency and fairness are essential. Healthcare must be built not just on technology, but on trust. Patients must know how decisions are made, who is accountable, and how their data is protected. The future of AI in healthcare depends on collaboration between doctors, scientists, ethicists, and engineers. Together, they're redefining what medical expertise looks like. Doctors are learning to work alongside intelligent systems, using AI as a lens to see what human eyes can't. This collaboration doesn't make medicine less human, it makes it more so. When machines handle the data, doctors can focus on empathy, care, and human connection. Let's explore how AI is diagnosing the undiagnosable in some specific fields. In neurology, AI can analyze brain scans and detect early signs of Alzheimer's long before symptoms appear. In genetics, AI decodes patterns in DNA that hint at future disease risks. In infectious diseases, it predicts outbreaks by analyzing population data, travel patterns, and environmental shifts. Even in mental health, AI is beginning to detect depression and anxiety by analyzing voice tone, facial microexpressions, and word choice. The future doctor's assistant may not just read your chart, it may listen to your voice and understand what's behind it. Imagine a future hospital where every patient has an AI companion, a diagnostic partner that continuously monitors health through wearable devices, alerting doctors before problems escalate. It's a world where your watch can detect the earliest signs of a heart attack, or your phone can sense respiratory distress from your voice. These aren't dreams, they're prototypes already being tested. AI is turning prevention into prediction, and prediction into protection. However, with such power comes responsibility. We must ask, who controls the data? How do we ensure that AI serves patients, not profits? How do we balance efficiency with empathy? Technology must never replace the human heart in medicine. The art of healing is more than diagnosis, it's compassion, presence, and understanding. AI may guide the diagnosis, but only humans can deliver the care. The most exciting vision of the future is not AI replacing doctors, but AI working beside them, each amplifying the other's strengths. Doctors bring judgment, ethics, and empathy. AI brings data, memory, and speed. Together, they can deliver a level of care humanity has never known. This partnership could make healthcare not only smarter but fairer, giving every person, everywhere, a chance at early detection and effective treatment. Already, major medical institutions are adopting AI-assisted diagnostics as standard practice. Hospitals are using machine learning to identify high-risk patients, predict complications, and personalize treatments. Pharmaceutical companies are using AI to discover new drugs by simulating billions of molecular combinations. Every day, the gap between medicine and computation grows smaller, and the possibilities grow larger. Still, there's an important truth to remember. AI doesn't care, it calculates. It doesn't have compassion, it has computation. That's why the future of healthcare must remain human at its core. We should let AI handle the data, the numbers, the pixels, but never the human heart. The doctor-patient bond must remain sacred. Technology is there to serve it, not to replace it. As AI evolves, it will continue to learn, diagnose, and discover in ways we can barely imagine today. But it will always need human guidance to define what matters, to ensure ethics, and to protect dignity. The power of AI is not that it replaces us, but that it expands what we can do. The real miracle of medicine isn't in the machine, it's in the partnership. We are entering an age where no disease will remain entirely undiagnosable, where no symptom goes unexplained, and where early detection becomes the norm rather than the exception. It's a future in which millions of lives will be saved, not by replacing doctors, but by giving them the ultimate diagnostic ally, artificial intelligence. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the future of healthcare. You've been watching AI Pulse Daily, where we explore how artificial intelligence is reshaping life, work, and the human experience. If this episode inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue bringing you stories from the edge of innovation. Thanks. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and keep your pulse on the future.